Hello, and welcome to Philip Talks. I am Philip, and today we're going to get into hot water heater. Last time I was here, I did a video on changing out the T&P valve here, which is temperature and pressure valve, and it was pretty funny because I did it semi-empty, a little bit semi-empty, water coming out, little mess, but it worked. That's because the T&P valve I received was the wrong one. What are you going to do? Things happen. So that was a little messy, but fun. But today, we're going to be sorry about that. We're going to be installing thermal expansion tank on the water heater, because my water heater is now, the pressure's getting too much and it's leaking, all right, through the T&P valve here. And the reason behind that is because I do believe what happened is because you're supposed to put these on a closed system. When you have a closed system, what happens is that the water that comes into your house through the municipality, when you have the water pressure that builds up, sometimes goes back, and that's where the pressure is relieved. Actually, goes back into the municipality. But sometimes when you have a closed system, some people have where the water comes in, but it can't go backwards because you have a stop in one of your you put in a stop in your line, okay? Now, I inadvertently put a stop in mine because during the summer, I was wondering why it was happening, but during the summer, I installed a whole house filter here, and I believe what happened was when this water goes back, it stops here, and this is my valve that stops water from going back to like it used to go. So I do believe that was my stop. All right. And I was wondering why all of a sudden, someone takes a shower and didn't understand why things were backing up a little bit like that. But now I do. I think it's that. But anyway, we're going to be installing the expansion tank, and hopefully that will help after we take showers and this thing's heating up and creating pressure, and hopefully the valve won't leak anymore, even though it's a brand new valve. But the pressure gets to a certain amount, or the heat inside, it will open up, because that's what it's meant to do. All right, let's get started. Today I'm using an Everbuilt. All right, it's a 2-gallon expansion tank. That's all you need for hot water tanks. And one thing I want to tell you is that what you got to do before you put this on is you need to know the water pressure of your house. Hold on. Here's a gauge by Measurement, it's called. See that? And that gauge tells you, you put this on, you can get this any place online, Home Depot, and we tell you what the water pressure is on your home, because you need to fill this up to the same pressure. All right, so mine I measured, it was about 65, 70, so I filled this up to about 65 pounds. And how you do that is by the bottom here, well, actually the top. See, you got a valve in there. It's just like a tire, okay? Just put it on there and you fill it up. Just as long as you know the pressure. And put the cap back on, you're ready to go. So if you're off a couple pounds, no problem. But so this is about 65 pounds I put inside. So it's good to have one. I never knew I needed one until now, of course. But okay, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to take and put, here's your mechanism down here to, it's a little dirty, but I'm going to put this down to pilot because I don't want this going on while I'm working on it. Okay, so I put that on pilot so I know it's not going to go on. And the next thing I'm going to do is relieve. I have a bucket down here. I'm going to relieve a little pressure. All right. Okay, even though I relieved a little pressure, you know you're still going to get water coming out. You're still going to get water coming out when I take this off. So mine I'm going to shut off up here. It's an old sucker. This house is made in 1960, and I've been working on it for like 23 years since I've been here. Done a lot of things. No, I'm not the one who painted the pipes. It's been there since I moved here. So it's one of those looks somebody liked, I guess. So what we're going to need, all right, for this job actually is it's a 3/4, so you want a T, 3/4 inch T. I have a 12-inch pipe here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And then I have this nipple, short nipple that goes into the T so I can hook up the water line again. All right. So I'm just going to put it together and let you see what it looks like. And you get the drift. You guys are smart. But anyway, I'm going to tell you. Oops, sorry. Here's the T. I'm going to put this pipe, because you want it, they say that you want it away from about 12 to 18 inches away from your stack, your heat stack. All right. So once I put this on here, the nipple that I showed you here, the small, I'm going to put right on top of here. All right. I'm going to put that right on top of here. I already put tape on. I also put a little pipe dope in there just to make sure I don't want leaking once I put this together. Then once I undo this, all right, once I undo this, it goes on top of here, and this goes onto, turn onto this thread first, because then it won't spin around. All right, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to release the pressure. Make sure you have a towel with you, because you know there's water there. Okay, here's my towel. Remember, I took a little pressure out, and I took a little pressure out, as you noticed, and now I'm going to undo this. I shut the water off all the way, but there is some water in here still. But make sure this is adjusted. All right, here we go. Yep, here comes the water already. You're gonna have a little mess. You can't get around it. But I'm holding it down so a lot of water doesn't come flying out or burst out at me. All right. This is real time, folks, so. Okay, there it is. So the pressure pop out like that. That's normal. Inside here, here's the washer. All right. Only got a little water, no problem. No big deal. All right. A little rusty in there, but that's okay. I'm going to put the rubber back inside here, just like a hose. All right, that's how that goes in. See that? All right, looks like a hose. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to tape up this nipple here so I can screw on my T. All right. Okay, so what I did was I put tape on here. All right. As you can see, let me show you. So I have tape on here that I did. All right, and that's good. So now what I'm going to do is put the camera down, and I'm going to put on the T. So I put this sucker on. You do by hand until you can't go anymore. Then you put a couple more twists on it with the wrench. All right, and you should be good to go. It's getting tight now. But of course, I have the other pipe. You want it to come out here. All right, you want the expansion tank to go out. So I got to do this 180 degrees. It should be no problem, and it's already tight, so it's good. So I'm going to put it here for now. What we also have here is a 90-degree nipple that I'm going to put on now. All right, like so. Nothing fancy to see here, but you do as hard as you can. And once you put it in the T up here, you could crank it down even more. I'm going to put it in here. All right. Again, there's piped open there I put. And there we go. Remember, I just put this on by hand too. All right, I'm in a tight spot here, as you can see the wall. And the manufacturer says to put your expansion tank upside down. You can put it any way you want, actually, in configuration. Okay, so that got tight. So let me get my wrench. And tighten it up a little more. There we go. Now I'm going to tighten this up. Crank that on there pretty good. Okay, that should be it. It's very snug. Oops, sorry about that. It's very snug there, and that should be good. I put the nipple in before. I hand tighten it. Now I'm going to tighten it up while I have this on here. So did a little bit already. See, now it's moving, so now I'm going to hold. So now I'm going to hold this pipe. See that? So now I'm going to hold the pipe and get a little snug, just like that. All right. So that's snugged in there. Now we're going to put the water back on up here. Got the washer back in. Put this on top. Start screwing it down. Like so. Okay, it's started. Bring in my wrench. You like to do as much as you can. Well, at least I do with my fingers. You have to go snug Snug it up. Okay. It's snugged up. That's all you really need. Next, we're going to put on the tank. Yes, indeed. They're going to screw on the tank. All right. I already put tape on here. Very little pipe dope on there. And we're going to put the tank on. I got it started. Here we go. So, got the tank on there. As you can see, you can keep it like this. The tank isn't heavy at all, even when water gets in there. But this is the best way the manufacturer said you should put it. All right, and so that's the way you should do it. But as long as you do it, you can do it vertical like it is now. You can do it horizontal. All right, you can do it horizontal. But what I don't like with horizontal is water gets in here with horizontal, and with the weight, you know, it brings it down, and sometimes you can create a little crack and it will start to leak. So I think there's more of a failure point if you do it that way, but that's up to you. It probably lasts a long time anyway. But I'm going to do it this way. Okay, that's on there snug, nice and snug. Like I said, we're working with 3/4 inch piping here. Nice heavy T here. It's not going anywhere. All right, you know what we're ready for? That's right, water. So, open the water up. You can hear that. All right, we're going to check for leaks. I don't see any yet. I don't expect to see any. Open my valve all the way, close it just a little, and look at that. That's installed. And that's what you want. Now the real test is when one of the family takes a shower, and we get to see if this thing leaks still. But that's how you install an expansion tank. Cool. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Hope you learned something, how to do this. And please like, thumbs up, subscribe, write a comment below. And until next time, one more thing I want to show you. On a water tank here, have you ever wondered what these plastic caps are? You got one there, you got one over here, you got two. Alright, my next video I'm going to be showing you what's underneath here, what I'm going to be changing out to help your hot water tank last longer. So stay tuned for that. And that's it. That's it for this video. Again, like I said, like, subscribe, write a comment, do what you want to do. And until then, be good to yourselves. I'll see you next time. Later. Hello again. Just want to give you an update. My daughter took a shower about 10 minutes, 15 minutes after I finished. And now I'm in here. It's 10 minutes later. 5, 6 minutes later. And no leak. Look at that, no dripping. It's doing its job. Look at that. No leaks here. So that's what it looks like, by the way, guys. Very simple to do. All right, I just heard the burner shut off just now, so that's a good thing. And no dripping. Excellent. Okay, one thing I forgot to tell you before. Turn your pile back on. I keep mine on B. With this, so you put it back wherever you guys usually have it. All right? Cool. Catch you next time. Later.